What's up, family? Welcome back Out of the Darkness. I am Q. I had to come to you guys real quick and bring you guys an update. What an incredible day for Kari Lake. If you guys haven't been paying attention, Kari Lake, the gubernatorial candidate for Arizona there in this last election, she believes that she won the election. I have to agree with her. I think that there are a lot of shenanigans and voter suppression in the state of Arizona, and so she was able to bring her case today. Now, the other side, Katie Hobbs, who certified the election because somehow she was allowed to still operate as the Secretary of State. I'm not sure how that's not a conflict of interest, but anyway, moving on, they actually went to court today, and Katie Hobbs' side was attempting to get the case dismissed. The judge allowed them to present their sides. He is giving them, if they go to trial, giving them 2 days to argue their case. So they're trying to move this thing right along, and hopefully we'll have a solution before Christmas. But the interesting thing to me in this case is that the Democrats brought the weakest argument they could possibly bring, in my opinion, stating that there was no voter suppression being done because I guess I didn't realize that voter suppression could only happen to black people. Yeah, you didn't know that? Which, I mean, I'm inclined to sometimes believe the Democrats when they make statements like this, because who's more of an expert on voter suppression and lynching than Democrats? I mean, they invented the game, didn't they? But a couple of years ago, they were telling us that there was voter suppression. But according to the attorney for Katie Hobbs, he made it very clear that there's one thing Americans know, he says. Voter suppression looks like, Your Honor. What voter suppression looks like, Your Honor? Voter suppression looks like nearly 3,500 American men and African-American men and women who were murdered, beaten in front of their families, and hanged from trees between 1865 and 1933. Documented lynchings not only prevent those African-American men from voting, but to terrorize their community. So they wouldn't even want to register to vote. That's what voter suppression looks like. So they've wasted our time. Why don't we have voter ID then? Why was Stacey Abrams allowed to scream at the top of the rooftop voter suppression? I mean, since voter suppression supposedly died in 1933, and so and voter suppression has been used as an argument against voter ID, but somehow voter suppression hasn't been a thing in this country when it comes to Republicans. He also tried to dismiss it on the fact that it wasn't a freedom of speech issue. There's no First Amendment violation here, even though we all know at this point that the FBI was working with big tech to suppress right content and to suppress Republicans from being able to get their views seen in on social media platforms. So we know that that was the case. The Twitter files have made that very, very clear, along with other sources as well. But lastly, we also realize that the numbers don't jive. 50% of the votes that came in after Election Day, November the 8th, went to Democrats, even though only 17% of the voters on Election Day were Democrat. We also understand that according to this lawsuit, that 59% of the voting machines in Maricopa County in red districts were malfunctioning for over 4 hours on Election Day. That's nearly half the day. And they were told that they could, even though they had registered, thousands of people told that even though they had registered at one precinct, they could go to another precinct and vote, which was a lie. So many people were sent off thinking that they were going to go to another precinct and vote, and they were not able to do so. Along with thousands others that were told, oh, just leave your ballot here in this bin, and we'll go ahead and process it for you when the machines come up. Guys, this smells terrible to me, and I thank goodness that Kari Lake was willing to actually bring this fight. I will keep you guys updated. Pray for Kari Lake. We'll see you next time.